Murphy knows best.
What's up, brothers? We are back with another episode of Murphy's Know Best. Once again, I'm your host, Ramir Murphy, otherwise known as Murphy number 2. In the middle, like always, we got big bro, Murphy number 1. And we got little bro, Murphy number 3, Zaire. Ali
Quite
Murphy.
unprofessional, Ramir. That shit cool. Whoever called that was
Bro,
quite unprofessional.
it wasn't me. Side note,
Let's say,
hey yo, with his hat and your hoodie, I could have swore on the corner of my eye, I thought it was like a fur hoodie, bro. That would have threw me the F off. Because I saw you before, but I don't know. Maybe I need to go to sleep too. We all need to take naps right now.
hey, Cole got his glasses on for this one. I mean, he locked in
Right.
for real.
My glasses on everyone, Playboy.
Let me put a shout out to my wifey. My wifey did this custom for my own dome. She measured my head and everything. This is nice. It's cotton.
She crocheted it.
Yes, she crocheted it. She is multi-talented. Shout out to my wife.
Shout out to Ramir's wife. Shout out to Ramir's wife. Yeah.
Dedicated watcher of the show.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to sis.
Shout out to her. All right.
Well, we definitely got a shout out. One more shout out. Shout out to Big Hope. I love you, mama.
Shout out to Mama.
Everything good.
Shout out to Mama.
Shout out, mommy. I love you, mom.
Make sure y'all talk to us. You talk to her every day, never, mom. I thought.
Literally.
Right, you didn't talk to her?
No, I didn't talk to her today. I gotta call her. Whatever. Me and Mom, we like this. She know how I am.
All right, let's get it going, boys. Let's get it going.
All right, let's get this popping, bros. All right, so we're gonna continue with our division breakdowns. Today we are gonna be focusing on the NFC South. Division breakdown for the NFC South. Arguably one of the weaker divisions in the NFL. But who knows? They might surprise us. All right, we're gonna start. Let's start from worst team to best team. In this case, the 3 teams that after this team all have the same record, but
which is crazy.
It is crazy.
They finished with it was absolutely insane. They each finished with the same record. But all right, let's get the show started off with the worst team in the conference.
Allegedly.
But can the Saints actually be a dangerous team in the NFC? Let's get it started. Let's switch it up today. Let's get it started off with you, Zah, since you complaining about going last.
I never complain about going last. See, you can't even have private conversations on the pod because obviously just love talking. Anywho's, what was the question again, Ramir? I don't see the problem.
You pissed him off. He forgot the question.
I literally did.
So
can the Saints? Let me pop the prompt back for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see the prompt.
I can see it now.
Okay.
The question is, can the Saints actually be a dangerous team in the NFC? I think, in my humble opinion, they are the most dangerous team in this division if they can put it together. When it comes to the Saints, man, I do love what they did this offseason with getting another running back and also getting Jordan Tyson in the draft. I do love that. I think Tyler Shuck surprised a lot of people last year, especially myself. I was not high on him at all. I was a Shador stan, so I thought the Saints took Shador, but they got Tyler Shuck. But as they got later on the season and Chris Olave got hurt and a lot of his players got hurt, he still came up and showed out every game, and he gave it everything. Yeah, he's a very mobile quarterback too. He moves around. He is on the older side. He does have his injuries, but with that can also come with wisdom. Now, is this going to be something where Tyler Shuck had a good rookie year, then they had no tape on him, now they got tape on him, and it's like, okay, we see what he's doing, or is it going to be he can improve on this season? I'm just very high on this team, especially in this bad division, in a division where anybody can win, because I don't feel like there's anybody that's head over shoulders, really. Just because I do love their coaching, Kellen Moore. I do love Kellen Moore. I think he's a great offensive mind. I think he does a lot with the offense, and I do think when you have Tyler Shuck, if he can improve on the season, you have Jordan Tyson, you have Chris Olave, if he stays healthy, you have Juwan Johnson, you have Noah Fant. O-line, questionable, but I do think this office is primed to do good things. And I think if everybody on this team, big thing, if everybody on this team can stay healthy, I think they could do great things this season. So I do think they're dangerous, and I do think they have a chance to not easily win the division, but I do think they have a chance to win the division.
I agree with you to a certain extent. I like Tyler Shuck. I feel like if you're a 30-year-old rookie, you better be good. Plain and simple. You come in here, you better perform. But again, if he gets hurt, what are we going to do? What are they going to do? What are we going to talk about more so at the quarterback position? You have Zach Wilson as your number 3. You got Spencer Ratliff as your number 2. I don't know what they would do. Running back room, I love their running back room, but they got 2 of the same players, kind of sort of with Kamara and Etienne. So it's just kind of questionable when it comes to that. I love Devin Neal. He's a power back. He can really make some noise when it comes to it. Wide receiver room kind of questionable. I don't like Bryce Lance. In my opinion, I don't think he's that good. He's been playing in. Well, I know they D2, they D1 now when it comes to North Dakota State, but I don't know if he played to the likeness of a receiver that should have been drafted and where he got drafted. So Jordan Tyson, he's decent, he's good, but can he stay healthy? Something to think about. I love Polk. Polk is a great player. I love him at Washington. I wish he was a Tennessee Titan. He's always going to come back to the Titans, of course. I love Ville. Ville is really good. Palmer is really good. Bell is really good. But again, when it comes to the injury to the big 2, we got to figure out what's going on when it comes to that. They have a good offensive line. Their tight end group is old, but they're still productive, plain and simple. It seems like any tight end that goes to New Orleans, they will be productive. It don't matter the age. They're going to produce. So I like the team. This division, like we said before, is a questionable division. Anybody can win it. So with that being said, yes, they can compete when it comes to the NFC South. But the main question was, can they compete in the NFC, period? We already know the NFC is probably only going to be a 2 to 3 headed race at the top. Can they compete with those 2 or 3 teams? I really don't think so. But at the same time, I've been surprised before. I have been proven wrong before. So I think this team might be able to do that. They always have a good or decent defense. They don't have a lot of big names, but at the same time, everybody on that defense produces. So I expect this defense to produce. I love Lonzo. I think it's Lorenzo Styles Jr. I apologize. I love him. He's a tough cat, pound for pound, probably one of the best safeties in the draft this year. So I expect him to do some things when it comes to that secondary. They have, if they can get an edge rusher, I think they will be a little bit better. But for what they have right now, what's on paper right now, I think they can make some noise in the NFC South.
I'm gonna just be honest.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, here you go.
I don't expect the dang from the Saints, brothers. I'm just being honest with you, man. I'm not as high as Tyler on Tyler Shuck as you guys are. I think he did better than I thought he was, but from his age, he's about 30 years old, coming off
26.
He can't be 26.
Yes, he's 26.
26.
The crew was over. He's not Brandon Whedon. He's like Russell Wilson age, not Brandon Whedon.
He wasn't even Russell. He wasn't Russell. He's a little bit older than Russell. He's about like 27, 28.
He's 26, guys. He's 26.
When's his birthday?
He'll be 27.
Exactly. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm saying,
He's younger than you, Rob. He's younger than you.
I'm not a football player though. So
this
ain't about me. It's about me. And I ain't have 2 ACL injuries. So we ain't talking about me. But I'm just being being honest. I'm just not super high on him. I think their quarterback is I gotta see some more from him, see how he develops. He is older and he has an injury history. Their new receiver they drafted, he's talented. He has injury history. Chris Olave, the other talented receiver from Ohio State, love him. Injury history, and he has a major injury history with his concussions. From that talent standpoint, I don't know. As I'm skeptical. And like Big Bro mentioned, they got two running backs who do the same thing. Alvin Kamara, who's just an older version of Travis Etienne. They're talented. They're going to be a good back, but I don't know how that's going to gel. They, like I said, they just basically they just carbon copies of each other. There's no diversity there. I mean, I guess it works where you can throw either one in, and they're going to be able to produce in a similar fashion. But overall, I kind of like to see a little bit more diversity in the running back game. I like to if you're going to run with two, I would like to see a powerful one and a slasher. You know what I'm saying? That's my preference, though.
Still got one though.
Oh. Yeah, but we gotta see. We're gonna see. But from a defensive standpoint, they lost their defensive heart. The Mario. Sorry, what was his name again? Sorry,
Mario
Davis.
Yeah, the Mario Davis.
Where he went to the Jets.
Yeah, he's with the Jets. They lost a talented corner, Alante Taylor. He's a tight end. So it's just it's a lot of questions. And their D tackle Brian Brees, who they just drafted, I believe last year, he's out for the year with an ACL injury. He just got injured. He just got injured today. Like he's fresh. So it's like it's depth issues. I mean, they brought back Cam Jordan, which is it's going to help. You got a leader at least in the defensive line, but he's older, and is he going to be able to produce the way that he needs to at this stage in his career? We don't know. So I think there's more questions than answers with the Saints. I think they're an old team. They're like an old team that's young but still got the same problems and not being that they get injured. They all made out of glass.
Who does that sound
so
like?
I don't.
San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
They're the same exact team. So if you give grief to New Orleans, you better give that same grief to San Francisco, because that's what I say all the time. But I know. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying in general.
This is where I'll make that key difference, though.
So
I've seen the 49ers battle back and be productive with their injuries. And I trust the 49ers franchise more than I trust the Saints. So I'll give that. It makes me comfortable enough to give the Niners at least some leeway when it comes to them. You're going to see some major players go down with injuries, but I trust them enough, and I have a belief enough in that organization to say that, hey, they still going to figure out, and they still going to be able to get 12 wins, because that's what they did last year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I got 12 wins. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, if you looked at all the injuries they had, there's no way that they should have been able to get to 12 wins with every injury that they had. Their whole defense was decimated. Offense was decimated. Brock Purdy was in and out the lineup the whole year. There's no reason for that, but that's between coaching, and that's also how they built their team from a depth standpoint. So I give the Niners leeway, and I give them credit for being a good organization. I can't say the same for the Saints, because the Saints haven't been a good organization in a couple of years now. They just, ever since Drew Brees left, they haven't been able to figure it out. They've never been able to get that quarterback situation figured out because they didn't plan for it accordingly. And you see where they at right now.
You had Carr.
Well, they had Carr for a year, bro.
You can't, like, injuries is real, bro. You feel me? Like, injuries are real. Like, Derek Carr was supposed to be the successor, but he got the injury situation that he was in. It just pulled him away from the game. He couldn't grip the ball. So I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but David is David Carr, right? Or is it David or Derek? Derek Carr. Derek. Mm-hmm. That's his older brother. I mean, even saying him as a successor, I don't know about that. I mean, I get it, but he was when he came to the Saints, he was older anyway. So I'm talking about like a successor straight from Drew Brees. They didn't have a plan figured out when he was retired, and we all knew he was retiring soon. That's the same thing the Steelers did. They didn't have a plan for when Big Ben retired. And that's why they got a 42-year-old quarterback right now.
I mean, I've been thinking these teams, they have a plan. The plan just don't work out. They
for the
tried.
most part.
They just didn't
They
work
try
out.
to go
What was the
broke
Saints
and
plan?
just try to
Huh?
spend
What
money.
was the
They try to.
Kenny Pickett. He just
Kenny
wasn't
Pickett.
good.
No,
The
let's not even
Saints?
say
The
he
Saints
wasn't
was
You
good.
said
that wasn't.
Steelers? You
I
said
said, what
Steelers the
was the
same.
Saints plan?
They
What
tried to
was
get
the
Derek
Saints
Carr.
Was Derek Carr. And the Steelers'
after?
plan was Pickens, but Pickens just couldn't grip the football because his hands. I promise you, Pickens is going to be legit in a warm weather team. Like he's with Carolina now.
No,
He's going to be decent. I'm not going to say he's going to be great.
He's going to be a bad backup, a decent backup.
He's going to be a decent backup. He's going
He'll
to be like
a bottom
Andy
15
Dalton.
backup.
He's like Andy Dalton. He's going to be the same.
Oh no,
Like
I
guys
Hey,
like
put some
that, they
respect on the
need
red
warm.
rifle.
I'm about to say
Think
put some
about
respect
Kurt.
on the rifle.
Think
Put
about Kurt
respect on the
Warner.
red rifle.
Kurt Warner is a great example. These guys with smaller hands, they don't do well in cold weather.
That's
When Kurt Warner was with the Giants, he was terrible. But when he's with St. Louis inside that dome, he did it really, really well.
in the
When he went to
Cardinals.
Arizona, he did it really, really well. It's a small
John's funny.
hand.
But that makes sense why he hates the cold so much. He every time there's a blizzard, he's always advocating that every football game be played in a domed environment. That John, if he cracking me up.
I'm not mad at it. He knows his strength and he knows his weakness. That's why he's with Carolina now. I promise you, he's gonna do well in Carolina. We talking about Kenny Pickett, that is. But
Kenny Pickett's not even going to play.
You don't know that.
Oh my goodness, Shakur.
All I'm saying is no.
I'd rather Haynes King play.
Injuries happen. Injuries happen.
I'm taking my money on Bryce. The Steph Curry of the
but
NFL.
Injuries happen, bro. Like injuries do happen. You really got to be careful for that. You got to be mindful to things like that. But it is what it is. What's next, bro?
All right, let's move on. The next topic up for today, brothers. Will Kevin Stefanski be able to stabilize this Falcons team?
Wait, who won the division last year?
Carolina
Panthers.
That's crazy. Okay.
Crazy as hell. You want me to start it? I want to start Carolina too. I definitely want to start Carolina. Do you want me to start?
You want me to start?
Well, let Ross start this one and
You want me to start?
Ross, you go start this one. I'll go next.
All right. Will Kevin Stefanski be able to stabilize this Falcons team? Honestly, I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna say he's gonna be able to stabilize them because he stabilized the Cleveland team, which is crazy. If he can stabilize, I feel like he's gonna be able to stabilize them. I ain't gonna lie, because like I said, if you able to stabilize a Browns team and get the Browns to a playoff win into the playoffs. Anything's possible. It's the reason why he's a 2-time coach of the year. I think he's going to be able to get this team functioning. But I'm not gonna lie. I do think that they should have kept Raheem Morris for another year. I think they fired
Jersey, baby. Shout out to Dirty Herb. Miss my city, baby.
Dirty Herb. You know what I'm saying? I think they should have kept Raheem Morris for another. I thought they should have kept him. From what I was seeing towards the end of the year, it looked like he was starting to get that team going in the right direction. They obviously had their mistakes, they had their areas, and they have to figure out their quarterback situation because both Michael Penix and I think Tua are injured right now, which is crazy.
Sure. That's what I was about to get to.
Insane, but I think it's like obviously they gotta figure those things out, and if they do, they might be a decent team. Their defense is actually well built. Their defense is well built. They drafted real heavy with the defense. This is things that they should have been doing though. If they would have been building up that defense years ago, they wouldn't even have to worry about it. But they finally decided to invest some assets in that defense. They building up that defense. Of course, they got one of the best young running backs in the league, and B. John Robinson. Not even young. He's probably one of the best running backs in general. That B. John Robinson is crazy. He's gonna be on my fantasy team.
Next to Gibbs. Next to
him and Gibbs are give or take, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from they're freaks of nature. From an explosion standpoint, from what he can do, like with the from catching the ball to this running in general, he is different. He's a difference maker, and he's an ultra talented player. They got some good receivers. They got Kyle Pitts. They got a quality team. and they just need some good leadership. And I like I said, they should have kept Raheem Morris, but I think Kevin Stefanski, if you're gonna move away from him, I think Kevin Stefanski is a good decision to at least get them going. I'm not saying that they're gonna be world beaters or nothing crazy. I'm just saying I think he's gonna be able to help stabilize them some more and help and maybe get them going in the direction that they need.
Hot
Go
take,
ahead.
real
Who
quick.
want to go?
First thing
I'm
is,
going to
Well, you
go, but
let me go.
let him
Let me go. There you
go
go.
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First thing I want to say about this statement right here. They should have fired Raheem Morris before the season even ended. That's my
Listen,
opinion. They
BS. They
listen,
were
listen,
a
listen.
decent
Squill,
OC away.
You're a
No, I'm
hater.
Squill,
saying,
you have a bias to Raheem
bro.
Morris. I'm not trying to
No,
hear your
Yeah,
take. You have a
you're a hater.
bias. You have a
You're a
bias.
hater.
He's a
No,
hater.
no, 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 no,
He
no,
was
no.
a decent OC.
Hater.
They were a decent OC away from making the playoffs.
Okay, they were a decent OC. Your roster or offense is too good for you to be a decent OC away from
Do
making
you
the
know
playoffs.
how?
You should have again, Raheem Morris, Squill. If I'm wrong, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Your job as the head coach, if you are very good on defense, your job needs to be to get a good offensive coordinator number one. It's that simple. That should be your job. That should always be your job. Number one. If you're not going to call the plays on offense, I'm not even saying that it's his fault completely because I don't believe it's his fault completely. I do think he should have got fired though because I'm not
Okay.
because it was some blunders in the season where
Okay.
it's some games you lost because of some coaching, bad coach, and not saying he didn't deserve another chance because I believe he's going to get another chance like always, right? But Raheem Morris, you got to know from jump, bro. Your offense is too high powered in a sense of you have a high powered receiver, you have one of the best running backs in the league, and you have a really good tight end. Got to get an OC knows how to get to the ball. Who was the OC? Was it Arthur Smith? It wasn't Arthur Smith. It was
It
somebody else.
wasn't Art.
Who
It
was
wasn't.
it?
I don't even know who the hell it
Can't
was, but
remember
it
who it was,
wasn't.
but whoever
It
he
wasn't
did,
her.
pretty much he got you fired. Let me say that first, right? And another thing when it comes to this team, right? And I'm just throwing this out there because Ramir was talking about the quarterback situation. They would have been better. Right now, I'm looking at the quarterback situation, but Tua being hurt, like always, and Michael Penix being hurt. What's new? You got two left-handed hurt quarterbacks, right? They would have been better. Not saying they should have did this, but now I'm just bringing it off the head, so just don't take it too much value. They would have been better off just keeping Kirk Cousins, putting him back with Kevin Stefanski, and letting him run it back like this. Because your quarterbacks, they can't stay healthy to save their life. All they have to do, when Kirk Cousins got in the game late in the season, when Michael Penix got hurt, Kirk Cousins knew how to feed Kyle Pitts the ball. He was getting him the ball.
100%.
He knew how to give him the
100%.
ball. When you have Bijan taking most of the defense anyway, and Kirk Cousins came off the injury, he rested, he chilled. Michael Penix had a job. He had time to actually get comfortable. Kirk Cousins looked pretty decent. Not gonna say he looked great, but he looked pretty good on that late stretch during the season, right? So
Mind you too. I'm sorry, but
go ahead,
he is
Ross.
coming off from an Achilles tear too. Mind you,
Who?
that was his second year back. Kirk Cousins. That was his
Yeah,
second
yeah,
year back
yeah.
from an
So that was
Achilles
his
tear.
second year back because they signed him the first year, and he obviously was not comfortable that first year. That's why Michael Penix took the job. But that second year, he had more time to rest. He got better. The second half of the season when he played, Kirk Cousins did. I believe he did a really good job. And I think if you would have paired him back up with Kevin Stefanski, which I don't think is realistic because you obviously Michael Penix with that pick. So obviously you need to get your value up. And so I'm not being unrealistic, but I think that would have been a better team. Overall, I do think Kevin Stefanski can stabilize his team. I think the team is very talented, like always. But with a team like this, they're still young. They're still learning. Their defense is pretty good too. I do like their defense. Hopefully, the defense they kept the same DC as they had with Raheem Morris, right? I believe they kept the same DC. They have a lot of young talent. I like Billy Bowman. I like Xavier Watts. Obviously, AJ Terrell brother. Their defense is pretty solid. I'm not going to say they got their defense is pretty good. I'm not even down their defense. We need some quarterback play. We need a
Yeah.
quarterback who can come in here and play. You have a running back that's going to make your job easier. You have Drake London, great receiver, really good receiver. You have
That's
you
what
have
you
a
need.
lot of yeah. You have Kyle Pitts Sr. Where I'm not going to say we're still waiting for him to get to that resurgence. I'm still on the fence of knowing is this Kyle Pitts' fault or is this the quarterback can't give him the ball? It's probably a little bit of both. We don't know, right? But I do believe if you would have had Kirk Cousins or even if Tua starts, Tua knows how to get these players the ball quick and let them do what they do. Right, Michael Penix likes to throw the ball more deeper, long try. He holds the ball a little bit longer, but I do believe that there is a chance that Kevin Stefanski can stabilize his team. But it almost seems like another Cleveland Browns situation to the extent of you have a talented team, but are we going to be able to achieve what needs to be achieved? If your quarterbacks keep getting hurt, you can't do nothing with it. You sign Cooper Rush, whoop-de-doo. I mean, he'll throw the ball. Like, I just don't know what you expect to do with these quarterbacks who can't stay healthy. But besides that, I do believe in Kevin Stefanski a little bit. But you need to get your quarterback situation right. You can't. It's hard to be a good team and go far in this league without a good quarterback. You're in a weak division, so you'll be fine. But same old, same old. It feel like to me. What do you think, guys? What do you think, Will?
So I'm flabbergasted about what you're saying right now.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Raheem Morris.
I'm not a fan. I watched a couple games. I watched some games.
I hear you. I hear you, but maybe, like you said, maybe I'm just biased because I know the man. So it's just maybe it's a little bit different.
I feel the same way about you that you do, bro. I feel the same way. I
just think the offense had too much talent to not.
When it comes to the Cousins situations, like I said before, all right, like you don't like Zah. You really got to understand the OC runs the offense, bro.
I agree.
Just like Brian Callahan, you see all that.
Like, I agree.
How good Cam was, but Brian Callahan dumbed that down.
But let me ask you a question, Quill. Why did Brian Callahan get fired?
Exactly. I get you that.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Yep.
But I don't think Raheem should have got fired on that. I personally, I feel like he did a damn good job for how shitty that offensive coordinator was. That's just my opinion when it comes to it. Now, when it comes to Kirk Cousins staying, he didn't want to stay.
I don't think he wanted to either.
He didn't want to stay, so we can't say he should have still been on his team. They should have kept him. No, he didn't want to. He wanted his release. He wanted to get out of there, and that's what happened.
Yeah, he was
the quarterback situation is extremely unfortunate. Tua going down and Penix not being able to compete for at least 4 to 6 weeks. That's going to really hurt. So you know he's not going to start the season. I like Jack Strain.
I do too.
He has a string and he has a missile. When I say he can throw that hoe on the string, oh my God, he's legit. Keep an eye on him. If he has to start a couple days games, I'll be okay with that.
He went to that weird college, right? I can't remember the name.
Yeah. He went to one of those. I forgot what it was. One of those weird ones, but he can ball. What we really need to keep an eye on is the fact that Bijan Robinson is still holding in. No one's talking about that. So with him holding in, and I believe Brian Robinson Jr. went down today on something that's slight. I could be wrong. I think it was one of the running backs went down today.
One of the B. Robinsons, something with the B. Robinson.
It had to be Robinson Jr. then, because Bijan didn't even practice. So with that being said, can he stabilize his team? I'm gonna say yes, because I can see what first of all, he picked his quarterback this time around. He wasn't thrown a quarterback or forced to have a quarterback. Like he was forced to have Watson and he was forced to have Shador. He actually had a quarterback he actually likes this time, and that actually can actually work with Tua when he comes back healthy. He picked Jack Strain, so we already know he likes him. We already know he can work with him. Receiver core is kind of questionable.
They're banking on Zachariah Branch being really good, which I can see that happening.
I get it, but you got two. I'm going to shout out to my EO boys, Dotson and OZ over there. You got the EO boys over here. One at slot, and one is going to be the number 2. But can they perform? OZ hasn't been a starter in God knows how long. I think he hasn't been a starter since he left the Falcons the first time. And then when you got Jahan Dotson, he was supposed to be the guy in Washington, and it didn't pan out. He did decent in Philly, but I don't know. I like
two
Drummond.
Smaller guys too.
Definitely two smaller guys. Branch is even smaller. That's the gadget guy. Yeah. I like Drummond, but is he a starter? We'll see. We need to pay attention to this wide receiver core because it's questionable. Your running backs might be legit. Your quarterback room might be outside of Drake May. You really got to pay attention. You really got to.
London.
I say this though. I think Dotson has some untapped potential. We didn't really use him too much because we really only.
What's the question?
Dotson, they're not going to release Jahan Dotson from. They're not going to trade Dotson from the Washington if he was that dude.
That's what I'm saying. You got to realize what happened in Washington. No, but and I don't know. I don't want to be biased since y'all saying I'm biased about EO people or your Jersey people.
Definitely are, but it's okay.
I'm not even going to be biased about it. I think they can compete, but I don't think they are to the caliber in which we expect them to, or Atlanta expects them to. Defensive wise, they always going to be good. Yeah, well, OZ don't got a couple years. OZ probably on his last couple legs.
He's a decent slot though. He was decent with Chicago.
Yes, but again, I don't think
as a third string,
I think Branch is going to be more so the slot than OZ this year.
I agree with
I think OZ is really more so teaching.
Branch is going to start this. I think I think Zachariah Branch is going to be a
No, I think he's
quiet
gonna be.
starter.
He's gonna be a
Remember,
stud.
I think
he's
he
gonna
was
be a
talking
stud.
about a guy from San Francisco. I got him confused with Branch.
Yeah, the dude from San Francisco
Branch,
named Ole Miss kid. I can't remember
yes,
his name.
Branch is 100% the gadget guy. Branch is the guy that only catches not even slants. He only catches what's the name? Bubble
But
route.
they did say I was watching a different pod with Steve Smith. They were saying that his route tree, they weren't giving him no route. They said
So that could have been the case.
Steve Smith said that he couldn't evaluate his film because all his routes were not real routes from the rush.
That's
So
what I
that
was
might be a
referring
thing
to.
too. That might be a thing too.
We got to see what's
When he
going
was
on
at
with that.
USC, when he
He was
at
pretty
USC,
good with Caleb.
It was pretty decent. He was pretty decent.
He can move. Like I think he's a more talented receiver than we gonna get credit for. They just wasn't creative. Like
Well,
I think they can step it up. I think he can step it up.
We'll definitely see. I don't like Jawan Taylor, period, as a right tackle. So that's really questionable. The line is going to be worse this year compared to last year. I love Corey Levin, I should say, at the center position. I think he's going to start this year. I wish he was still a Tennessee Titan. But I don't know about this offense. I think he's going to stabilize it, but I don't know if he's going to stabilize it to the liking in which Atlanta is going to be happy with. You feel me? So I think it's going to be a building. This is legit a rebuilding year for them. I think it's going to take a couple years for them to get to where they need to get to, especially with Phoenix being down for like 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Defensive wise, I love the Terrell brothers at the cornerback position. That's a great story. I love Bates back there, and I love Watts. I feel like that secondary can be a legit top 5 in the NFL this year. Everything else is questionable. Are they going to be able to get to the ball? Are they going to be able to stop the run? All these other things are going to pop up when it comes to it. James Pierce Jr., what's going on with him? Will he be suspended? Will he not? Yeah. That's another question that we really got to figure out.
I was going to say, if they're going to get to the ball, they drafted two of the premier edge rushers.
They better get to the ball.
They better get to the ball.
They better get to the ball.
Yeah, you draft them, but are you going to put in a position to get to the ball?
That's true. But let me
they got Harold Perkins. They got Harold Perkins Jr., which a couple years ago he was supposed to be really good, but so we'll see.
Let me
they
got a question.
Their defense is going to be all right. The question is all about the offense, plain and simple. What you saying, bro?
And let me ask you a question. So we talking about stabilization. There was an 8-9 team. What?
They won't win 8 games this year.
You don't think they're gonna win 8 games?
I think they got a chance.
They're not. And this is why I say they should have never fired. They should have never fired. What's the name? This is a great example because their offense was bad last year. Their offense is going to be bad this year.
I don't agree with that though. I don't think
money on it.
I think if I don't think their offense. I don't think they're going to have as many blunders as they had last year. In my opinion,
it's going to be the same.
I think it was some games they definitely could have won last year and that they messed up on. In my opinion,
is their offense going to be bad because of quarterback play, or is the offense going to be bad just because it's just going to be bad just in general? Like are they not going to be good because they quarterbacks is injured?
What I foresee is
they don't got no chemistry.
What I foresee is I'm about to play out their whole season right now.
Let's look at the roster.
Drake London is going to get hurt at a certain point in time, and
which they always do.
And their wide receiver core is not going to pop up. They're not going to show up.
But cool, that happened last year, though.
Hold on one second.
Okay, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Then after that, I feel like they're going to hit a nice little stride. Tua's going to hit a nice little stride, but then the offensive line is going to fuck up somehow, some way. Tua's going to get hurt because of it. Phoenix is going to come in, but he's going to come in cold. He's not going to be able to perform. I feel like they're going to lose at least 10 games next year.
Oh my goodness! You want to bet money on that?
I'm willing to put 100 on that.
You want to put money on? We can put 100 on it, right? Man, remember this bet. You said so. They're going. You think they're going 10-7?
10-7. No,
I mean 7-10.
I think they're definitely going to lose at least 10 games. At least 10 games this year.
I'm looking at games. Yeah, I think that's a big stretch. I think at worst they go 8-9. I think they'll go 8-9.
10 games is kind of crazy, bro.
I think that's a stretch.
And then they're gonna. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the same team as last year, if not worse.
I think their team will be way better than last year, in my opinion. I think Stefanski can put them in better. Go ahead, bro. Well, no,
If
no, no.
they
I
if
don't
they
think they're
gonna
gonna
be
be
the
8 and
same
9.
team, they're
Well,
gonna be
well,
8 and 9.
I'm not.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
listen, I think a lot of things go into them, like what's winning or losing the game. I'm not gonna act like losing or winning game is what's saying. I just don't think. I think their offense is gonna have less mistakes. I think Stefanski's gonna know he's had good backs. Stefanski's gonna know how to get the best out of all his players. And I'm not even that high on Stefanski, but I do think Stefanski is going to be able to put everybody in a position to win. Now, if they get the win, that's a whole different thing. But I don't think there's going to be any mental lapses. But the problem also comes in this: who is your quarterback? Is if Tua is your quarterback, right? We know how Tua's going to play. We know how we're going to play with Tua. There's a different type of. There's going to be a 10-time different play style if you're planning on Tua being your quarterback versus Penix, when you know somebody can launch the ball and get it wherever they need to be, versus another player who is very conservative. And even for fantasy purposes, this has nothing to do with fantasy, but even for fantasy purposes, when it comes down to Tua, if Tua is a starting quarterback, Bijan Robinson is going to go nuclear on 5 million checkdowns because Tua knows how to
Listen
get
to
the
this.
ball out his hands to a player. That's what he knows how to do.
Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, Melvin Gordon. I'm going to skip Jonathan Taylor. Actually, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, and Josh Jacobs.
What are we naming?
These are guys, running backs that have held out in training camp to start a season because of money. All of those guys underperformed or was injured, I believe, other than Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, other than Jonathan Taylor.
Saquon will lose.
Saquon, this was when Saquon Barkley held out with the Giants.
Well, cool. We also have to look at the team.
I know. All I'm saying is this Melvin Gordon, that team was legit around that time.
Melvin Gordon with the Chargers.
Yes.
That's
Ezekiel
valid.
Elliott, that team was legit around that time.
That
They
was
never
valid.
came back. They never played the exact same way.
But Shakur, I don't view this as
Josh
the
Jacobs.
same.
I'm not. All right, let's not view them as the same. But at the same time, if we want to correlate one thing, we got to correlate another. You feel me?
But what about James Cook last year, who held in? He had a really good season last year.
He did. He did. I'm talking. That's the only one that I remember that legit played well.
But didn't James
at
Cook
the
get
whole
injured
end.
last year too? Though?
No, James Cook had a
still
great
played.
year last year.
He
He had
still
an
did really, really
amazing
well.
year. He had an amazing year.
He's the only one that
I do. Okay, but if we're going player to player,
all I'm saying, you got to
okay,
be
go ahead. I'm
careful,
listening.
be mindful of it. Just be mindful of the situation and the chemistry of the team and how they're going to perform and all this other good stuff. So
But even Jahmyr Gibbs is doing that though.
I'm not saying that they're going to do any better.
Hey, let's move on to the next one, bro. We're gonna be here all day.
Okay.
All
Go ahead.
All
right.
Give me a cookie.
I have a couple. I have a brookie. I have a oatmeal.
Shut up. I'm talking to the clown.
My bad.
Will the Bucks regain their position as kings of the NFC South? Who? I went first last time.
Shakur, you want to go first? You want to go? I'll go first, and then Shakur, you go first on the last one.
Yeah,
or what's on
yeah.
I've been talking a lot today. You see, I really be chilling in the beginning, and then I start getting riled up. Once I start getting riled up, it takes me a little minute. My bad. But when it comes to the Buccaneers, man, I don't know what they're going to do, man. Honestly, with this team, it's a lot of what ifs, what we're going to do, how we're feeling. They're just a very wish-washy team at the moment. Baker Mayfield deal is still not done. How is that going to affect the season? Bucky Irvin's coming off an injury. How is that going to affect the season? He was supposed to be a really good player last year. Got hurt. Your receivers are pretty much all new, which I am still kind of fond of their receivers, as I believe Shaquille definitely is. So I remember he was telling me about it. We do like Ted Hurst. We know Cole's a fan of Ted Hurst as well. I believe Ramir is too. But when it comes to the team in general, man, I just think the highest of highs, y'all have already hit the pinnacle to an extent. Because I don't know what you're going to look like without Liam Cohen. I mean, we saw what you looked like last year without Liam Cohen, which wasn't bad early in the season, but toward the later part of the seasons, Baker Mayfield, he started not showing up as much. And I'm just kind of worried about that in general. You're in a week. The one thing I save in every team that we've been talking about so far, your division you're in, it's an anybody division. I kid you not. You really don't know. You'll win a division like last year, 8 and 9 or 7. You can win division 17. We don't know how the division is going to be. But when it comes to just how do we feel about the team? Are they gonna win the what was the question, Ramir, again? The prompt? Make sure I'm on top.
Will they win the division basically?
Yeah, well, they regain the top part. I'm not confident in him. I just need to see more out of everybody here. Abuka started off on fire last year. I know he got hurt, so we're gonna give him a pass, but that back half of the season was not good at all.
He was
Chris
getting
Godwin,
doubled a lot too, though, bro. We gotta
yeah,
remember that.
that is true.
Man,
That is true.
came back. Godwin came back. It messed him up. He went from
Yeah, but
getting
then but also he got hurt. When Godwin came back and everybody came back, their offense still wasn't as explosive. It felt like they came back and you're supposed to be more on fire, and it felt like it almost took everybody back to the stand.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Buka in this, go ahead, Rara.
No, go ahead. It's you.
I'm just more so worried about with Abuka in his lead role. I'm confident in him, but I am a little nervous. I want to see, was last year, that early part in the season, was that a fluke or did something happen because of his injury? So that's what I'm worried about this year. But with their receivers, I do think they have a lot of talented receivers though. Ted Hurst, Tez Johnson, Jalen McMillan. K-On is obviously a good tight end. Left tackle Tristan Wirfs always good. So they have potential. They have a nice roster, especially on offense. Vita Veda want to get traded. See how that go. But besides that,
He
man,
wouldn't do
I
it.
think
it's
he is
it's
one of
really
those.
50-50. I think the division gonna be the division. Do they have a chance to win it? Absolutely. Would I bet my money on them at this moment? Not right now. I would not.
I'll bet my money on Baker Mayfield. Honestly, you want me to be real with you? Like, this man has been through the ringer. He's been through the fire. He's won big games. He lost big games. He's played hurt last year, basically all year, all last year. He played hurt. So are we can actually chalk up the miscommunication and with the wide receiver core to him being hurt, and I'm quite sure he'll own up to it and say, hey, he has to do better as a player. I love Baker at quarterback. I love Bucky. I love the addition of Gainwell. I think he's going to do really, really well there.
I like Tucker too, by the way. My
I
bad.
love Tucker. Sean Tucker is really, really good.
Really good.
You got a solid wide receiver core. I personally think Mbuka playing slot is a cheat code, and that's what he's going to end up playing this year because they really love McMillan. They love what's up?
Question: where do you think they're gonna put Godwin at then? You think Godwin
Godwin
gonna go to the outside?
He's going to outside.
You think so?
Because this is his last year, and he slowed down. He slowed down a little bit after that injury.
Them
It's probably going to be his last couple years. I know for a fact they love Ted Hurst Jr., so they're going to they're going to split time. Hurst Jr. So technically, going into this season, believe it or not, Godwin is your number 3 receiver, and Hurst is right at his heels. Ted Hurst Jr. can ball. He's going to be a sleeper. He is going to be a potential rookie of the year candidate. Mark it down. Ted Hurst Jr. might steal some votes from a lot of players, so be careful and just be mindful of him. David Still's the 5th, I believe. He's still on that roster. He can still ball too. This wide receiver core is legit. Caden, I love Caden. I feel like he can play. He's one of the best tight ends in the league, especially when Baker is on his shit. So if Baker can stay healthy, that's the main issue. This offensive line is good, but they're not great. So if he can stay healthy, we got to figure out. The defense is the questionable part of it because this is the type of defense you can put up 30 on. Easily could put up 30 on. And that's going to be the problem because now you're going to put too much power on Baker. I don't feel like Bain Jr. can change everything when it comes to this defense by himself. That's why Vita Vega, he needs to be on this team. I pray that he's still on there because it's going to make Bain Jr.'s life a lot easier. Yes, he want that guap. Yes, he's going to retire soon, but you need somebody else on that defensive line because I'm looking at it right now. Yes, you got the guy that was with he played for the Pittsburgh. What was it? Pittsburgh. He played for Pittsburgh and what's the name in college, and he's at the DN position. They say he's supposed to be the next Aaron Donald.
Kalijah Kancey.
Yes, Kancey.
Yeah.
He is decent.
He got injured last year.
He got injured last year, and that messed up everything when it comes to him. So now we got to see if he can actually play for a season. I think that's why Villa actually is holding out because he knows he got some dogs around him. And he knows, let me get paid before these dogs got to get paid in the future, and that makes sense. I can see that. So when it comes to the edges, when it comes to Bain Jr. and Kancey, I feel like they're gonna really put on a show.
When did they get Anzalone too?
They got Anzalone this offseason.
When did they get him?
They got him this offseason. So they got a decent defense, But it's not. Again, this is not strong names other than that edge position. Antoine Winfield Jr. is
Antonio
also
Winfield
good.
Jr.,
Yeah. But the cornerback is the only ones that's really questionable to a certain extent. They might get taken advantage of this year. That's why I'm saying teams might be able to put 30 on them easily. So we really got to be mindful of their defense. The offense, I feel like they will do what they got to do. You just got to pay attention to the offensive line, and you definitely got to pay attention to that cornerback room. But I still think they might win the division.
It's my turn.
Yes, sir.
It's Big Dog turn.
All right, buddy.
But going, I think the Bucks they got themselves in a like I think with how the division is and how easy the division is, I think they have a legitimate shot of going regaining that throne. Honestly, who would have thought the Panthers would have won the division? And we all kind of thought it was the Bucks division to lose, and that's what they did. They lost it, but they had like they started the year off hot. They down the stretch, from the injury standpoint, the depleted receiving core. Like I mean, they and Baker being injured, it's just they straight up just lost that spot. They should have been to the playoffs. They should have repeated as champs. So I think this year they're going to make some corrections. I do think they have to get these things settled. They have to get they got to get the Big Show a new contract. They got to figure out this receiver situation, the receiver depth. I'm high on Emeka. You know, I always got to show love. I'm biased for my Ohio State guys.
Y'all are so biased. Oh my goodness.
I'm biased because they are all dogs.
It's not real life, bro.
You know what you're gonna get from Ohio State receiver. The only one who's not showing up right now is surprisingly Maserati Mar.
Supposed to be the best one.
That one that's coming out next year is the best one by far. And it's not even cool.
No, yeah. But I'm saying like Mar at the time
going to be the craziest. And watch out for Chris Henry Jr. He's going to be a dog. He's huge. That man is huge, and they're saying his numbers is like he's gonna be a dog. Watch out for him. I'm just saying. But just being honest, I think they got a good chance to do something. Like I said, their defense is gonna be interesting. But that's why you got a defensive head coach for it. What's Buddy's name again? I can't remember his name.
What are you talking about?
The head coach. I can't. Not Lovie Smith. Black kid, Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles. Jersey, another Jersey boy.
I think I feel like I don't really agree with you when you say that you think people gonna be putting 30 balls on their head. I don't think that's what Todd Bowles is too good of a defensive coordinator. I think he's too talented. He's too seasoned. He's too experienced. I don't think that defense is gonna be a crazy liability. They do gotta get this Vita Vea situation figured out, but we all know why he's asking for a trade. He's trying to get him some bread. I think they'll be crazy if they actually trade him. I doubt that's gonna happen. But Myles Garrett did get traded this year too, so who knows?
Well, that was in the making for years, though. That's a little bit different.
Yeah. I thought Myles would have got traded last year. But I don't think V is going to actually get traded. I think they're going to figure that situation out. I think they're going to do what they need to do to keep him. They're going to throw him the bag. Like you said, he's getting towards the end of his career. He really probably just want that one more, nice check, the cash home to before they got to start feeding these young guys they got coming up. Because you got Kancey. I think Kancey is going to be a dog.
We got to see something first, though. We got to see something.
Yeah, but he's been injured, but I think his talent and his size, he got a potential to be a dog. I think he's gonna be. I think he can be a freak of nature. I wanted the Eagles to draft. I think he has a lot of potential. Then you got Ruben Bain, the kid from Miami. I think he's gonna be. I think he's just gonna be. He's gonna be provide the edge support that they need. And it's gonna be lighting people. I think he's gonna have a surprisingly good rookie year, especially if they keep on getting they get Vita Vea signed and they got that interior pressure. They're gonna. I think people are gonna be just they're gonna be walking right into sacks. I think he's gonna have a surprisingly good rookie year, and I think Bucky Irvin's gonna bounce back. He's the surefire number one because they got his running mate White out of there. So I think you
they got Kenneth Gainwell now.
yeah, KG. I love Kenny Gainwell. He's a former Eagle and he's a dog. He's a real good player. He's a talented player. He's a good secondary running back. He provides a lot. He can do a lot. He's a switch army knife type of player. But I think I don't know how big he is compared to Bucky Irvins. I think
He may be big.
He's thicker.
I think
he's not as skinny.
Kenny a little bit more. He got a little bit more meat on his bones, But I think that's gonna be helpful. I think that's gonna be able to give Bucky Irvin some rest. I think he's gonna be able to do what he needs to do to help that team. So overall, I think the Bucs are gonna be they got themselves in a good position. They gotta get a few things figured out. And they gonna eventually gonna have to address that receiver position a little bit more. I think because Godwin gone, but like you said, Ted Hurst is good. I think they have a lot of faith in McMillan. He hasn't really showed out or showed what he was capable of. Well, I'm saying,
did you watch their games last year?
He hasn't had some of the opportunities. I'm saying that I think he's gonna. He's gonna be better this year. I'm not saying that he relaxed.
Okay. Oh, my fault. Because I'm about to say he balled last year in the role that he was in. He
just don't have that many opportunities.
So, okay,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he hasn't had. Relax, bro. Relax. I'm trying to say he like with they being top heavy with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and then them drafting another receiver. He just didn't get the chances that he needed to showcase what he's capable of. I think he's a good receiver. I think he's talented. I think he's gonna finally get those opportunities. Him and the Mecca, I think they're gonna show some people what they capable of. And of course, you got Godwin who's the steady old vet. But I think Godwin is getting towards the end of his career. Those injuries, those serious knee injuries and leg injuries is too much for him right now. So I think Chris Godwin's coming towards the end of his stay with the Bucs. But I think you're gonna see something. I think they got himself in a nice position.
100%.
All right, let's move on to the last one. Can the Panthers surprise us again and improve on their record from last year?
What was their record last year? I'm gonna start it off.
It was 89. 89.
When I say this team will be, I wouldn't even say a surprise because it's expected, especially if Jonathan. I said I want to go first.
You go first.
Okay. My bad. I misheard.
So the issue that I have with this team is now with Brazel out, more than likely for all the preseason, with the injury that he went down with today. How are these wide receivers going to maneuver? How are they going to move up the chart when it comes to it? I love Jonathan Brooks at the running back position. I feel like he's going to take the position from Kuba. When it comes to Hubbard, I like him, but is he a number two? Is he a number two running back? Or is he just in a bad position? Should he get traded and go somewhere else and legit be that number one running back? I think he's a good number two. I would love Jonathan Brooks. Give it to him. Let him be the running back one. I love this wide receiver core. They're legit without Brazel, but with Brazel, they can be special. They can be big at all positions. I'm talking about from the X to the Y to the Z. They all can be big as hell and just stretching on people because they all fast. Stop it. They all can be fast. They all fast. They are talented. They all catch with their hands, which is really, really good. So I like this team. I really feel like they can perform and they might surprise me. I think they get more than 8 wins this year. I think they get to especially if everybody can stay healthy. Again, that's the big question with every team, if they can stay healthy. But I think they can get at least 10 wins this year. Personally, I love their defense. They got a nasty defense. Assholes throughout the whole damn defense. But again, the injury situations, they already getting injured. They got 2 tackles already down. They got who else? They got the Brazel already down. They're starting middle linebackers out for the season. Well, outside linebackers out for the season. They got Devin Lloyd now, which is huge. They got Phillips now, which is huge. I love Zachariah Whitney. I feel like he can be a starter safety in the future. Cornerbacks need to get a little bit better, but other than that, I think this team is going to be extremely good. I think they're going to get at least 10
You
wins.
talking about outside of J.C. Horn, right? You talking about outside of J.C. Horn?
What'd you say? Wait, what happened? I said they're good.
You said. Oh, I thought you said they need to get a little better because I said J.C. Horn is a dog.
Yeah, they need to outside of Horn. Yeah, they need to get a little bit better. I'm not talking about one play. I'm talking about the depth of the team.
Okay. My bad. Relax.
You good.
Everybody on eggshells today, boys. Everybody on eggshells.
With that being said, I think they will be good. I love Tevis Gibson. He played for the Titans not too long ago. I feel like he's going to turn some heads. This team is overall pretty decent. They're pretty good. I think they get 10. I think them and Tampa are really going to compete again for the division this year.
Okay.
And that's why I think Atlanta will suck for the most part, because some wins will come from them and go to Tampa and go to Carolina. Even New Orleans. When I tell y'all my ranking, y'all going to be pissed then. So go ahead.
Listen, man, we know you don't know how to rank teams, man. It's okay, cool. We ain't worried about that.
Hey, watch.
I'm going last. Are you want me to end it off? I've been going last a lot. You go.
Well, I ain't got much to. Well, no, you go ahead, Ryan. I ain't got that much to say. I'm gonna be quick with them because I got some. I'm gonna get it off my chest and keep moving.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, crazy. All right. I think realistically, I don't know, because they did surprise us. I didn't think Carolina was. I didn't think, especially after they benched Bryce Young. What? The first two games, like after week 1.
I thought that was last year.
That was last year.
That was
the
previous season.
I got my information wrong, but I don't know how I feel about it. I think
nice cold beer.
I think that they might surprise us because they proved that they proved that they were a more gritty and like talented team than I gave them credit for when they beat the Rams and almost beat the Rams again in the playoffs.
They should have beat the Rams in the playoffs.
They should have beat the Rams again in the playoffs. I think they proved that they had more fight than I thought I expected from, and then they added some talent. Like they took Phillips from us. I was hoping Phillips would have stayed, but we got a lot of depth at that position. But him going to there, I think he proves. He provides them with some toughness and he provides them with some talent. I am a little nervous because, like what Quill said, they are already banged up. I think 3 of their projected defensive starters are already injured. Plus, and they offensive starters. But I think they have a chance. And Bryce Young in year 3 of his system with Dave Canales. Is this year 3 of Dave Canales or year? I think it's year. Is it 2?
Might 2.
2. Year 2 of Dave Canales. I think he's gonna adjust. I think he's gonna get. There's no way. Is this because
he been in the league for 3 years. Wait, did Dave Canales draft him?
No.
Draft who? Bryce? No.
Yeah.
Frank Wright drafted him.
Well, he got drafted in 2023. So first year was what's the name? Last 2 years.
Okay. So he got benched for his first year with Dave Canales. This is second year. No,
this might be his third year. You might be right. You might be right. It would be his third year, right, with Dave Canales.
Yeah. Okay. You throwing me off. I could.
Well, yeah, because if you do the math, the first year he got benched. The second year he played the full season. So I'm assuming this year, the third year would have. No, he got benched with Frank Wright, right? He might have got benched with Frank Wright.
No, he didn't get benched with Frank Wright.
Oh, let me just find out.
He got
drafted 2023. So 2023 season, 2024 season, 2025 season. This would be 2026 because whatever year him and CJ Stroud are in the same year. So how many years CJ Stroud played? This might be 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is his 3rd year.
David Canales?
Might be.
2024. 3rd year. You guys are right.
Yeah. I was like, all right. Y'all had me think I was tripping.
No, go ahead, Robert. Come on.
But the 3rd year on the Dave Canales, I think this is going to prove they're going to vibe. They seem like they're growing and they're meshing, and I think they're starting to understand each other better. And plus, he's proven that he's a hard coach. He was like, hey, if it's not working, I'm gonna get you out of there. So I think Bryce knows, and this is a contract year for Bryce. So I think Bryce is gonna show. I think Bryce is gonna deliver, and I think they are gonna gel. And I think overall they're a better team than they were last year. So you know what? I will say they're gonna surprise us. I think they're gonna. I do think they're gonna win a few more games than they did last year. I'm not gonna say how many games, but I think they're gonna go up from 8. It might be 9, but it's gonna be more than 8. Hey, we didn't say how many games, but I think they're gonna surprise us. I do think they're gonna surprise us. Go ahead,
when it comes to the Panthers, man, I really just think this is a Bryce Young, how good are you type of season, in my opinion, when it comes to this. Bryce Young had a well-improved season last year. We finally saw him get his confidence back. But we just got to keep seeing more with Bryce Young. Maybe in this season with Dave Canales, like Ramir was saying, the third year with him, he'll do a little better. Tedero Miller, I am a fan of him. He did have some drops last year, so hopefully he can improve on that. Xavier Legette, are you going to give us anything, my brother? This is probably going to be your last year, brother, if you don't get it together on this team. You were a first-round pick, and you are not playing like a first-round pick. We need it. You got Jalen Coker going over you, and Jalen Coker is playing really good. I do love the tight ends with Tommy Tremble and Jatravion Sanders. He's really good. Shaquille is high on Brooks. I'm scared about Brooks.
Yes,
Injuries, man, it's been taking over his career at this point, going back to Texas, and I'm hoping he can get it together. But it's very nerve-wracking to say he's your starting back, because at any moment, it just feels like something can happen. With their defense, go ahead, Robert.
I was gonna say he got the worst injury luck. He's
Yeah.
super talented. Plus, he had 2 back-to-back ACLs. I don't think he's gonna have that explosion that he used to.
Yeah, once you start having them injuries, even with Nick Chubb, the best of the best. I mean,
don't forget, he's been out 3 years, so he had legit 3 years to actually rehab that injury. That's why I think this year, I think last year they kind of rushed him back. That's why I think this year he'll be a lot better when it comes to it.
We're hoping,
bro. Because I mean,
even go ahead.
I was gonna say, because let's look at J.K. Dobbins from what he did with Ohio State to what he did after his injuries coming. Like he just could not stay healthy.
But J.K. Dobbins looked good last year before his injury again.
Yeah, before his injury again. But even then, he's not the same player from when he from like post ACL. He's not the same. He don't got that burst that he used to. J.K. all day. When he used J.K. Dobbins was a dog at Ohio State. So I think, and he's coming off 2 ACLs, the Achilles. I mean, buddy, his injuries is comparable to what Brooks does. So I think saying that projecting Brooks to be your starter, that don't seem like is a real option.
That's not a good. I would not make that a good plan. I don't think that would be a good plan.
I wouldn't make Brooks my starting running back. I think that's Hubbard's job to lose.
Honestly,
that's Hubbard's job to lose.
I tore my ACL. I tore both my ACLs. I didn't start feeling like myself until 2.5 years. And I kept on working on my ish. What he did was rehab. And don't forget, I didn't really do a strong rehab when it comes to it. So what I'm saying is you start to feel better. Your legs start to feel stronger, definitely going into that 3rd year. So that's why I'm saying I got more faith in him than a lot of other people. I think he'll be a lot better, a lot stronger, because he got a professional training facility. He got all this stuff. He got legit surgery, not no BS. Like, come on. I think he's going to be a lot better this year. When it comes to it, I can understand both you're optimistic when it comes to it, but I feel like he's going to do some damage this year. But now in the future, now we got something to worry about, because once you start playing on it for a longer duration of time, you have the likelihood of re-injuring it. You have knee and bone cartilage issues, your arthritis, and all this other stuff that's going into it. So I don't know. I personally think he's going to do a lot better this year.
I also just grown into like running backs have a short life expectancy in the NFL anyway. You really only think that they're going you really expect them to only get maybe 4 to 5 years of peak performance out of him, and he's been injured two of those years in which you were expecting something grand out of him, and then both of those injuries are ACL injuries. like you already shortened you're cutting on a short leash already. So
especially bigger running backs, because when it comes to bigger running backs, especially running backs that run hard, they aim for your knees more so than anything else. That right there is the biggest issue.
That's what happened to Nick Chubb.
Yep.
But truly, with the roster with them, no, I'm about to be finished right now. Let me just your phone. But truly, the one thing I do think I'm just scared about their defense right now. But I like their defense at the same time. I'm just scared about a couple of these injuries they have. But I do like the pickup of Devin Lloyd, who had a resurgence last year with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He had an amazing year last year. I believe he may have been All Pro. I'm not 100% sure. I know for sure it was a Pro Bowl. Devin Lloyd had a great year. He went over to with the Panthers now, and with them also getting Jalen Phillips, J.C. Horn. They still have Mike Jackson, who is an underrated older cornerback. Well, I always thought he was old. I don't know how. He's only 29. He looks like he's 40, but he's a really good number 2 cornerback next to J.C. Horn. I do think their defense is really good as well. So I think if they can put it all together, they can also win a division. But I mean, this division is so wide open, man. You don't know if one injury here, one injury there can change the whole season of any people in these divisions. So, in all totality, I think the Panthers can win the division. Would I bet my money on them?
Yes.
Maybe not. I don't know. I wouldn't bet my money on anybody if I'm being honest. I bet money on Saints because they probably got the best over under. But yeah, man, I'm not sure how the Panthers are gonna do this year, guys.
All right. So what we doing when it comes to rankings?
Let's do this ranking.
Sorry. Before we rank, I did not know that they signed Devin Lloyd.
That's what I was saying. They got Devin Lloyd. He had a crazy year last year.
He's second team All Pro, first Pro Bowl. I did not.
Who was first team?
Do you know? Over him, I don't know who was first team over him. AFC? In the AFC? That's a good question. But I did not know that. But I like Devin Lloyd. I think he's a dog. He's a really good player. I'll do my rankings first this time.
Okay.
I keep it short.
Jack Campbell and Jordan Brooks was first team All Pro.
They deserve that too.
Jack Campbell?
Jack Campbell put on a year last year.
Okay. But Jordan Brooks had like 400,000 tackles last year. I guess. Go ahead, Ron. You start off with the rankings.
All right. Starting off.
This is gonna be a nasty list.
I'm like I said, I'm not high on the Saints. I think they stay at last. I don't really see them winning more than 5 games, 6 games, honestly. That's so they number 4 for me. Number 3. Though I am high on this team, I don't expect too much out of them too. So I'm gonna keep the Falcons. They're gonna stay at number 3. And then I got the Panthers at number 2. I do expect the Panthers to be better though. So I think the Panthers get 10 games, and I think the Bucks win the division.
Hey, if it's only you that don't got it, maybe something is wrong with you.
Bro, they didn't even win 10 games last year.
Oh no, they got 8 last year. I told you when they get from this year.
They got 8.
Y'all got it. Go ahead. I ain't gonna say too much.
I think the Panthers gonna get 2 more. This is my rank.
So what you think?
You got your own rank.
You got Buccaneers winning 11?
I think the Bucks either gonna have 11 or they gonna win with 10, and they're gonna win the tiebreakers that they need.
Exactly. I agree.
All right. I'll go next. I'll let Shakur have his last.
Last is different. Do you want to just go last?
Okay, I'll go last. Go ahead, Cool.
My number 4 is Atlanta. My number 3 will be New Orleans. Carolina, my number 2, and Tampa is my number 1. And I think Tampa and Carolina will win at least 10 games this year.
Do you know you think they give both teams get in the playoffs, or you think a 10-win team gonna be?
No. I don't think the Panthers get in the playoffs. I think Tampa gets in the playoffs because I think they're gonna beat each other up too much, and I think they get in with 10. I think they are out with 10, but they might be the last. They might be 7. So either they're 7 or they just miss out.
All right. Before I say my list, this is my list as if Tua is the starting quarterback for the whole season and he doesn't get hurt.
You
All
had
right.
to put that in there.
Yes.
All right, so now you covering your own ass. You on that
Last
bitch ass
place in the
boy.
division,
That
Tampa
boy
Bay
on that
Buccaneers.
bitch.
Last place in the division,
Tampa
Tampa
at
Bay
last?
He
Buccaneers.
Oh,
said Tampa.
Tampa at last.
You on
Last place
that
in
shit,
division.
boy.
Tampa
They
is
had their
last.
fun winning.
Crazy.
They're going to be last place. Second.
It's no
Second.
you're
There's
crazy.
no way
It's
in
my
hell.
list or y'all list. I'm trying to figure this out. Who listening? I'm just asking
Go ahead,
questions.
go ahead.
Second place. Third place. We got Atlanta. I think Atlanta's gonna win 6 to 7 games. I think Atlanta's gonna win 7 to 8. I don't know. My list don't make no sense.
Wait. You just
Listen. You're
said.
right. You're right. I messed up.
But let him finish.
Yeah, let me finish because you're right.
Let
You're
him
right.
finish.
You're right. I don't know, bro. All these teams gonna have the same record. This is disgusting work. All right. For next team, I'm gonna go. Actually, so I'm gonna make it make sense. I'm gonna make it make sense. I'm gonna put New Orleans at 3, even though I'm higher on New Orleans. I think New Orleans can low key win the division. I'm not. No, I don't care what I said. F the pod. I'm gonna tell you what I think this game is gonna be. Everything I said in the pod. This is. I don't care. This is what I really feel right here. Third in division, I'm gonna give it to Atlanta Falcons. I think they're gonna win 7 to 8 games. I think it's gonna be the same way the division was last year. Just flip flop. Some teams gonna switch. Second in division. Give me the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers gonna be second in division. I think they're gonna win about again 7, 8, 9 games maybe. And first in the divisions, give me the Saints. Give me the Saints winning the division, going to the
Yo,
playoffs, baby.
you
Tyler
gave us,
Shuck.
you
Tyler
gave me
Shuck.
all this grief about saying they're gonna lose 10 games, and you just said they're gonna win 7 games.
I didn't listen.
That
I
means they're
didn't
gonna be
realize the
7 and
math.
10.
I didn't realize the math. But 10 games don't even sound real. But I hear somebody lose 10 games. I think you suck. I didn't realize that's 10 and 7 now. I'm thinking it's like 10 and 5. I don't know why. But that's my final rankings. When I'm right and the Saints go to the playoffs and Tyler Shuck has a great year, I'm a Cincinnati.
I bet you $5 the Saints don't make the playoffs.
We
That's
don't
not
bet
it. I'm not.
anything
I am
in
not
two
taking that
digits,
bet.
one
$5
digit.
they
Don't
don't
waste
got
our money over there.
Give me more incentive than the bet. Give me like
3 digits, baby. Come on
nah,
I
now.
don't do
not
it. What did
not
I
the
tell you
playoffs.
on
I
the
need something
last
else.
pod, bro? What did I
Give me
tell you on
like
the last
how many
pod?
wins? How many wins do you think they're gonna get?
Who? The
Saints.
Saints?
Yeah,
I think the Saints get 6. I think they
I'll
get
take
6
that.
games. Nah,
I'll
nah.
take that bet.
One more. I think the
Don't
Saints
do
get
No,
that.
7.
I'll
Don't do
take
that.
6.
Don't do that.
I'll take
Rame,
6.
don't take that bet.
I'll
Don't
take
take that bet.
6.
I'm not
I'm
taking the
telling
bet
him he can't.
anyway.
I'm gonna say no. He ain't taking that bet.
He just said 6 until you
Yo,
said something.
you trying to hold my brother? Nah, don't
I'm
do that.
not. I'm just saying,
You-
bro.
You want
Y'all
me to
just
take
said they're gonna be
the
last in the division. That means
I
they
didn't
gotta
say
win
they
at
was gonna be
least.
last.
Who
I
said?
I
said
said
they're
they was
gonna
gonna
be
be last.
third.
Oh, you just
I
said
think
that.
it's gonna.
Ramir
I
said
said
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
be
be last.
last.
That's why I'm telling him don't take
I
that
think
bet.
Atlanta's gonna be. I think Atlanta's gonna win.
Bro,
I
I
think
don't
Atlanta
know
can.
who's gonna be good in this division. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't think the Bucks gonna be that good. I just feel like they
Why
make
not?
the
But
least amount of
here is the
improvements.
situation though, because if Atlanta can't get their quarterback situation figured out, Atlanta
That
is definitely gonna be
But
last.
that I agree with that. I agree with that. But they still have enough talent. The problem I feel like this. I feel like Stefanski has dealt with such bad quarterbacks before, where he can still get you some wins. Even with a bad quarterback, I think what Bijan like that's like prime Chubb, prime what's the name what he had and what's the name and just a bad quarterback. I think he can get you some wins.
And you already know what he gonna do. He just gonna tote
Yo,
the rock.
I'm
That's why
telling
Chubb
y'all
is
this
so
right
crazy.
now. Jack Strain, he reminds me of Drew fucking Bledsoe, and y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
I didn't watch Drew Bledsoe. I have no idea.
Come on, man. I keep on forgetting y'all too
I don't
young.
even know who Drew Bledsoe is.
I know who he
I
is
barely
because of
know who
Tom
Drew.
Brady. I know who he is because of Tom Brady. I've never watched Drew Bledsoe play football a day in my life. Besides the one time he got cracked in the corner. I mean, cracked when Brady
You
came
gotta
in.
give us some. You gotta give us some.
All right,
Some
modern day. Let me see if I can find a modern day. No, that just pissed me off. I forgot how young they all are. What the hell was my mother
you showing
thinking?
your age, bro. Come on, man. You're not even 40 yet. Come on. Talking about Drew
Yeah.
Bledsoe.
I've
He
been looking at
almost
football since I was 1.
he almost
You don't
40.
even remember, why you lying? You don't even remember nothing from when you was 1.
He
You
could
crazy
just
as
yapping.
hell. It was
Could
close to
yapping.
1.
What you
It was
remember
like
from when you
2.
was 1?
Like 2.
All right,
It was
yeah,
like
okay.
2. It was like, I get like 2 or 3. 2 or 3. All right, come on, let's get out there.
All right, Rami, go ahead.
All right, bro. All right, that was a fun pod. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Once again, this is Murphy's Knows Best. I'm your host, Ramir. We got Big Bro in the middle and Little Bro on the right. We out. Oh, follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Pod. We got a few more
OnlyFans.
places coming up.
Not
No,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, baby.
We need
I'm
to
Y'all
not
not on
saying that, bro.
OnlyFans.
bye, guys. Bye.
All right, Murphy's out. Peace.
Deuces.